Hello. Well, this is something to comfort all women. It says here, low-fat foods are causing a tidal wave of harm. Ultra-processed meals, even those marked as being good for you, pose similar health risks to smoking, it says here. The typical British diet will cause a tidal wave of harm. Experts have warned. I keep telling you, when you see this experts, I just don't swallow the rest of it, unlike the low-fat foods. As people who eat a lot of mass-produced foods are a quarter more likely to have heart attacks or strokes, one study found. Now, this rather interested me because it seemed to me that when you're blaming low-fat foods for heart attacks, perhaps this is the beginning of an idea to blame heart attacks on the food you're eating rather than something else you might have taken into your body. Just a thought. Anyway, before I carry on with this, I'm going to tell you I'm Grannyopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. I'm also on Twitter and Gab. That's where I let you know when I've uploaded a new video. All the links are in the description, including links to donation sites if you wish to use them. But the best way you can help my channel is by liking this video. Click that like button. Also, click subscribe and click the notifications bell. That's really, apparently, quite important. I had a talk with one of the assistants about that a few days ago. All right, it might have been even a year ago if you are watching this video a year from now. Let's not get into that. So it says here, separate research revealed that women who ate high levels of heavily processed foods, including healthy products, such as protein bars, low-fat yogurts and brown sliced bread, were 39% more likely to develop high blood pressure, which can lead to serious heart problems. So you see, we have a bit of a bind here, haven't we? Women are supposed to stay slim and youthful. To stay slim and youthful, we are encouraged to eat low-fat foods. And then we're told, you shouldn't eat low-fat foods. That's going to give you a heart attack. Of course, if you don't eat low-fat foods and get overweight, you're going to have a heart attack. There's really not much wiggle room here, is there? And of course, the other thing is that a lot of women work. Now, a lot of women work because we are told we should work. I mean, work validates us. Work gives us our purpose in life. You can't just laze about at home looking after children. Oh, no. Put your children into a nursery and go out to work, because that makes you a worthwhile individual. Of course, if you don't have enough time to actually cook when you get home, or you're really tired or harassed or rushed, and you resort to processed foods, you're going to kill everyone with a heart attack. You just can't win, can you? Experts, I love that word. Experts said the studies were some of the strongest evidence yet that so-called ultra-processed foods, UPFs, pose serious health risks, likening to the danger to those posed by smoking, or perhaps the dangers of those posed by doing something else that you take into your body. I'm not saying anything. I've got to be really careful with YouTube. But you see, there's a possibility here, isn't there? We are suffering from a problem of too many people chasing too few jobs. Now, how about if we frightened all the women into staying home and cooking wholesome food? That way, there'll be more jobs left for all those male migrants who are coming in. Yeah, and just a thought. You never know. There's something in the government called some sort of shadowy government organisation. I'm not sure how much of a government organisation it is and how independent it is, but it's called the Nudge Unit. Yes, it's called the Nudge Unit, and I believe it was set up at the beginning of the I have to be careful with my words again. Achoo! Sorry, I sneezed. I coughed as well. I do apologise. Anyway, I think they set up the nudge unit then, and it was intended to encourage people to act in a certain way with regard to certain things, which shall remain nameless. But it looks like the nudge unit's still at it now. Now we're thinking, how are we going to fill all these jobs? Well, what if we take some people out of the workforce? What if we frighten some people into staying at home? They tried that before, of course, with the entire population. That came out well, didn't it? Now they just want to, possibly. I'm just speculating, because it's sort of odd that this is coming up now, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, I'm probably some sort of a mad conspiracy theorist. Henry Dimbleby, I wonder if he's any relative. I have to say there was a very famous and well-known and sort of the Walter Cronkite of British broadcasting, but I think earlier called Dimbleby, Richard Dimbleby, and his son Robin Dimbleby. I don't know. Anyway, he founded a bit of a TV dynasty. Henry Dimbleby, the former government food advisor, said the study should be a wake-up call that British diets need to change. Yeah, and possibly British women need to change as well. It's just a thought, still. After all, women can't go out now and get changed in changing rooms, can they? So they can't do that many sports because they have to be worried about what they're going to find in the changing rooms. So, yeah, maybe it's better that they stay home growing their own vegetables and cooking wholesome food and not eating low-fat stuff and not dying of heart attacks. Or dying of heart attacks, depending on which doctor you're asking. Catherine Jenner, the director of the Obesity Health Alliance, said the research added weight. I wonder if they intended that, to calls to ban firms from claiming UPFs were healthy. Well, yeah, I always did believe that maybe health benefits of certain foods have been somewhat overrated. So I'm not suggesting that we shouldn't be aware of that as well. Okay, well, ladies, you have a choice to stay at home, or not to stay at home, to be a little, well, on the chubby side, or to be slim and gorgeous. Well, that is slim and what is seen as gorgeous. It wouldn't have been seen as gorgeous in the 18th century, but yeah, that's another point. You really, it's tough being a woman, isn't it? Okay, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.